Hello, everyone, and welcome to another TechHub.training weekly challenge. I'm really excited to go through this one. This is the weekly challenge web scraping introduction. Web scraping is something I'm super interested in, and I think it's really fun and great for all you accounting people. Anybody interested in accounting, this is something that's really good to know. So let's get into it. First things first, this challenge is asking us to go to Yahoo Finance and scrape some specific data for a certain stock. And specifically, we need to have the user input the stock ticker and then get things like the market opening price, market closing price, the name of the stock, and things like that. So let's go into the solution here, and I'll kind of work through it a little bit, but I want to kind of take it step by step and show you how I came to get this. So we need the name, open, close, the market cap, the price to earnings ratio, and the dividend yield. And we get that all here from this website here, Yahoo Finance. And it's pretty easy. We need this URL, and then they need to you need this based on what ticker the user inputs, needs to take you to that stock's page and get the data like the closing price from the previous day, today's opening price, the market cap, the dividend yield, etc. So let's go through how I got that. First things first, I created some headers here. This might not be necessary for everybody, but when you're web scraping, it's usually good to have something like that. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Obviously, I just had a string that says me. Not that it means anything or it's a code to get to the website by any means, but some websites, just when you're requesting to get data from them, you do need a header of sorts. I import the modules, requests, and beautiful soup. And first things first, I have an input function here that asks the user to input their stock, whatever ticker symbol they would like to input. So you can see here when I run that, it asks the user to put in their stock ticker, so Apple. Okay, next things, we're going to send a GET request to Yahoo Finance, this page over here, and parse through the HTML. Now there's a few ways that you can do this, but I personally find it best to do some text parsing. And so we call the URL and we add that specific ticker that the user input with the ticker variable right there. And then we if we use this function, the request.get, we can get that into an easier readable format, and then using beautiful soup, we can get all that into a single string. And when I say all that, I mean if you go over here to the website and you can view the page source. Oops. Sorry, not that. If we inspect it, basically we're going to get all this information into a single string and then parse through the data that we want. So if we go to that, and I'll run this here, my soup variable here is what I named it, is going to give all that like HTML and content right there. So let's run that and see what it looks like. Apple, we'll do Apple ticker. Oh, I gotta print it. Okay. So if we run that, you can see this is all the information in that. I mean, it's really long. You can see it's really long. So kind of like, well, what's the data that I need here? So from here, we know, let's start with finding the open price of the stock. Where can we find that? So for me, I just did a simple Control F and I looked for open. Now there's 59 examples of open here in this content. So how do I find the exact one? Well, an even better way would be to look at the open price on the website, 162.43, and then to text parse that, I Control F and then pasted that price and found that where that exact open value data is in this huge, string of, I guess, HTML code from Yahoo Finance. And I can see it's got this unique unique text right before it gives the open price. That's what the Yahoo Finance website does. So I took that and put that right here in the open. I made a variable called open and pasted that unique line of string that happens before the website gives the actual data of the opening price. And then I split that, and then because that splits it there, it finds everything. It'll split it right here, so you'll have, basically it'll create a list, and they'll have two objects, everything before this and everything after this. So, and then I referenced, and then I split it again at this right here for the, I referenced the second item in that list, and then I split that at this little less than sign, and then referenced the first item in the list that split made. So a little text parsing, and then that gave me, now let's print that out to see if it works, or let's run it and make sure it works. And boom, pretty easy there. And then it printed, after I did a little text parsing, it printed the open price. And so yeah, I basically did that for each unique value. So I did that for the name and the closing price and the market cap and the price to earning ratio and the dividend yield. I went in here, I found that specific number for what it was, then pasted it in here. And then, so yeah, let's run it all through now, and I'll get rid of my hashtags here so we can actually run this. And let's do it with Tesla now to make sure it works for not just Apple, but other stocks as well. And if we run that, hit enter, and takes a little bit, boom, there it is. And it looks like Tesla does not have a dividend yield. And just to be safe, let's check that. And we can get rid of this page, inspect. Okay, yeah, there's no dividend for Tesla stock. So pretty cool how that works. There's a few ways to solve this challenge. This is what made the most sense to me and was easiest for me. But comment below what you did to solve this challenge, and hopefully this helps you a bit as well. Look forward to your responses, and we'll see you next time on TechHub.training.